Okay, usually I don't do very many videos, but this time I'd like you to listen to me reading this video, or reading this statement, or reading this commentary, Bible commentary. And the reason is because I think it's an important message. I think it's important for men and women to understand that violence is not Christian. It just isn't. It won't ever be. Jesus suffered all the violence he could ever have suffered. And he was only 33 years old. Think about all those handsome 33-year-old men that walk around on this earth. I don't care what nationality they are. If they're suffering violence, something is wrong. Something is wrong in the human spirit. So I'd just like to promote this video because I think it's very important to understand the foundation of Christianity is to eliminate all violence and to promote unconditional love in the human heart, in the human spirit, so that we as humanity can actually have holiness and have peace with each other. There's no way humanity can function on violence. You can't. You get on the road, you see people swerving all over and being angry at each other. That's violence already. You're angry. Road rage is violence. No one can function. No one can live in that. People die when they have violence in their heart. Okay? So I'm going to read this commentary. Go ahead and listen to this. Okay. This week, our parashah begins with the familiar story of Noah and the flood. We have already passed through 10 generations since the creation of Adam and Eve. Adam's descendants have now corrupted the world with immorality and idolatry. So if there's idolatry going around and there's a lot of consumerism is a promotion of violence in some way or another, there's going to be problems. There's immorality, meaning people are very lawless and they don't believe in God's laws, there's a problem. When a person says they're Christian and they promote immorality or lawlessness, meaning opposed to God's law, they're going to promote violence. They're not really truly Christian. Therefore, the Almighty resolves to bring a flood which will destroy the entire earth's population with the exception of Noah and his family. The flood story is referred to in two of the gospel accounts as an indicator of end times. In Matthew and Luke, we read of end times being compared to the days of Noah, while Luke expands the description of the times to include the days of Lot. Both Noah and Lot were saved from massive judgments due to the violence and evil of the people. Now, the violence and evil of the people means that they did not love God's laws. They hated God's laws. If you consider someone to be a Christian, but they hate God's laws, that's a red flag. That means that they are opposed to the covenant that God himself created. Their stories have some similarities, but there are also many differences. Both scenarios appear to be a picture of what it will be like before Yeshua, Jesus, returns. What does this mean? Will there be two different people groups, one represented by Noah and one by Lot? Who will be saved? To answer these questions, we will take a look at the lives of both of these men. Then we will end by making what may turn out to be some surprising conclusions. First, we need to read what has been given to us in the Gospels. Matthew 24:32. Now learn this parable from the fig tree. When its branch has already become tender and puts forth leaves, you know that summer is near. So also, when you see all these things, know that it is near at the doors. Assuredly, I say to you, this generation will by no means pass away till all these things take place. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will by no means pass away. But of that day and hour no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so also will the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day of Noah entered the ark, and did not know until the flood came and took them all away. So also will the coming of the Son of Man be. And as it was in the days of Noah, so it will also be in the days of the Son of Man. They ate, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise, as it was also in the days of Lot, they ate, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built. But on the day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even so will it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. 2 Peter also makes mention of both Noah and Lot. 2 Peter 2:4, for if Elohim, or God, Yahweh, Yeshua, they're all the same names. It's just a different way to say it. Did not spare the angels who sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into the chains of darkness to be revealed for judgment. It did not spare the ancient world, but saved Noah, one of 8 people, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood of the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them to destruction, making them example to those who afterward would live ungodly, and delivered righteous Lot, who was oppressed by the filthy conduct of the wicked. For that righteous man dwelling among them tormented his righteous soul from day to day, be seen and hearing their toreless or lawless deeds. Then God knows how to deliver the godly out of temptations and to reserve the unjust under punishment for the day of judgment. So, essentially, if there's a promotion of wickedness in any sort of way, whatever religion is promoting that, there's going to be a problem. There is a problem. It is a promotion of something that it promotes a lack of love. Really, it does. When you have a lack of love, that means you're selfish, and you're gonna have you're gonna live for yourself instead of for others. You're gonna think that you are more wiser than the Creator. You're gonna think that you're smarter than someone who says buzu, or someone who says oui sinna evil di. Or you're going to think that you're smarter than someone who says shalom, or someone who says selem, or someone that says hola. There are so many people on this earth. We in ourselves do not really know every little detail about every person's life. But when there is violence, then there is sickness, there is disease, there is problems. If you hear of someone who says that they are Christian, or they believe in something supernatural, but they are promoting violence, there's a problem right there. Shalom means to destroy that which is destroying. Okay? Bengon sounds like something that means peace in a language. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you really don't know American history very well. It sounds like something needs to be destroyed. Bengon. Get out. Bang gone. Goodbye. Alright, so we need to get rid of anything that has violence in it in order to find true peace in our hearts. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to let you think about that for a little bit. So long.